Today on the channel, we got an exciting one. We got the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Marvel Legends Sentinel 2-pack.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel Legends unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, first seen at San Diego Comic-Con 2024, is a retro arcade version of the Sentinels. But for all your Hasbro Pulse exclusive needs, Hasbro Pulse. But for everything else under the sun, hit up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Anything over $59 does ship free. Got to get a deal out there. We know how that goes. And I do assume that eventually down the line, you'll be able to buy these at the Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Stores, DJC Collectibles of the world. So if you missed out for whatever reason at Hasbro Pulse, I think you'll have more chances on this one here. And this one here, I laid eyes on at San Diego Comic-Con for the first time. They showed this off at the Hasbro breakfast that morning of San Diego Comic-Con, Thursday morning, I believe it was. And we got to see our eyes on this for the first time ever. I was honestly one of the first people in. I went right into the door, right to the right, went straight to it, and that was the first thing I really did see when I did go to San Diego Comic-Con. And I absolutely love the Sentinels. I've loved the Sentinels ever since I was a kid. In the comic books, loved them in the X-Men animated series, of course. All the different action figures we've had over the years, including the HasLab, and we'll definitely compare this Sentinel to a bunch of different Sentinels later on in this video. A lot of Sentinels over the years, and one of the main bad guys that really stole my heart and never let go as a kid for the X-Men. So very cool to get this. Of course, based on the retro arcade game. Love that arcade game back in the day. I love that. I love the Turtles. I love the Simpsons, where you could have 4 or 5 friends team up and battle. Always really cool. But when we think of Sentinels, we usually don't think about a 7-foot-tall Sentinel, whatever their height was based on this game. We think of the building-sized Sentinels, but it is a little bit different. I'm definitely here for this, though. You can kind of use your own imagination in your display. You can obviously have a video game display, or you could just say, hey, these are smaller Sentinels that the big Sentinels have that they're controlling. Something like that. Choose your own adventure. It's like a mini version of Master Mold controlling big Sentinels. It just goes all the way down the list. Maybe it's that. Who knows? But one thing we do know is how we're going to do this review. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. Plastic-free packaging on this one. Very cool, though. You got that animated graphics of the Sentinel. X-Men right there. Sentinel looking good. Little pixelated on the side. X logo on the bottom. Same thing on the other side right here. X-Men on the very top. Jibber and Jabber and a UPC on the back. And then the far back right here, there's what we get in the package there. We got a big rock. Oh, everybody loves a rock. It's like the pet rock craze of the 70s. I heard it was quite the time. But looking good right here. And 2 Sentinels, of course, as well. So a lot going on. Jibber Jabber City at the bottom. 7.2 inches tall on these Sentinels. We can measure it. We'll prove it. Let's prove it. See what happens here. But let's get them out of the package. Uh-oh, we got a little instruction. Spider-Man style. See you later. Goodbye. Slide it right off the back. Jabbar style. Skyhook. See you later. Goodbye. A double dose of plastic prison. How about that? Very interesting here. Looking good. So it is... right off the bat, 2 identical figures, 2 sets of hands, 2 sets of effect pieces. I would have kind of liked to seen 2 extra effect pieces, 2 different kind of hands. Let's make them as different as we possibly can. Apparently not in the cards right here, but I guess we did get this big rock here, and we'll start with this rock. It is a rock. It's not a real rock. It's a plastic rock. I don't know. It's one of those accessories, though. Hey, you want to put this with your Ninja Turtles? You want to put this with your wrestling? You want to put this somewhere else? You could probably do that. But it is a big boulder, a big rock in gray. Interesting for a display piece. Have this off to the side, whatever you want to do with it. But at the end of the day, there's not a whole lot going on with a rock. But you can have them throw it. You can have them pose with it. Do whatever you want. Choose your own rock adventure. I never thought we'd be here on the channel, but the day has come. So we do get the rock accessory here. Let's pull this Sentinel out. Let's pop this hand out. Let's pop this hand out and pop some effect pieces out. There's 1, there's 2. Dare we buckle my shoe along the way? See you later. Goodbye. And I guess this one will stick off to the side. It's the identical same figure. You're getting 2 of the same figure here. We'll have 2 figures in the glamour shot, but no need to review 2 figures. They're identical. They're identical. There it is. But let's dive into it. We do get these effect pieces. We've seen them numerous times, of course. Little blast effect pieces. Yellow on the end, orange on the other end, translucent plastic. Plug into the hands, plug into the feet. Choose your own effect adventure. We've seen them again, like I've said, and we've seen them before. And now we get some hands here. We get the blast effect kind of hands here. Of course, got the hole in the palm. Plug in the effect piece if you need to. Purple, glove, robot hands, whatever you want to call it. Ready to go. Obviously, for me, I'm going to put one Sentinel with that set of hands, one Sentinel with fisted hands. Make them as different as possible. That's what you got to do there. But now, diving into the Sentinel right here. And first thing I feel when I pick this up, it feels like an Iron Man figure, a Marvel Legends Iron Man figure. And I'm the worst at memorizing all my Iron Man Mark costumes. The only marks I pay attention to is Deep Purple. Oh, shout out Deep Purple Mark IV. Chef's kiss of a lineup right there. But shout out to Ian Pace and Ian Glover, or Roger Glover, and Ian Gillen, and the rest of the band. Richie, I mean, we go on and on. We're not going to list all the members of Deep Purple here today. But looking very nice here. Looking like an Iron Man figure, though, is what I was getting at here, especially in some of the purple pieces across the board. But let's start at the head with this one here. Definitely Sentinel in the head department. Got kind of that animated, kind of a creepy look to him there. It looks a little bit like something out of a horror movie, like a monster, a skeleton almost. But definitely an interesting looking face on there. Looks human, but not quite human. Looks like a robot. There it is. How about that? Purple helmet. Purple. How about pink over the top? Learning my colors still. Pink helmet over the top, looking good. Then you get the shoulder kind of front apparatus here in purple. You got a couple of dots right there in the front in a nice yellow color. And then you do got the forearm guards down here in the fist, the glove fist, whatever you want to call it, in purple. These purples match. They're a little, pretty close. Close enough to be dangerous, that's what we're going to say. Got the belt going on with the little yellow graphic. Pink jumpsuit throughout against the purple, of course. The big old feet going down here. And then the big robotic feet on the end. We do got holes in the feet. Arm's going to go all the way around for us. Bicep cut in there. You know I'm here for that. Double jointed pinless elbows. We're playing those robot hits here. Hands back and forth, side to side, removable. Head back and forth, side to side, removable. Removable. Oh, it's removable. So you could have a lot of fun turning people into Sentinels if you wanted to. You could do that if you needed to. You do get a nice little hula hoop up there at the top. A little ab crunch with it, but all over the place. Traditional waist as well. Those big old Sentinel splits. Oh my gosh. The Sentinels gymnastic team ready to go. Leg does go up. Thigh cut. Double jointed pinless knees right there. Boot cut. A little bit in there. Ankles pretty much locked in place, of course. A little bit interesting in the knees where the knees meet right here. A different color of pink. So that does kind of catch your eye a little bit if you are me. But looking very interesting as far as Sentinel goes. Does he fit on a Ringside Collectibles stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% at Ringside Collectibles. He does fit on a stand for those keeping track at home. But it's an interesting one. I'm guessing, obviously, it's a Hasbro PulseCon or Hasbro Pulse exclusive. This isn't for everybody. They're not sending this out to the Targets, Walmarts of the world. It's just a little ancillary piece here. And there's probably a lot of people that like Sentinels but say, I don't need a video game Sentinel in my collection. I'm good with the Sentinels I've already had. I understand that. Me, I'm buying this just because I love the Sentinels, so I needed this for my collection. But this probably isn't for everybody, and this isn't what I don't think anybody thinks of the first time they think of Sentinels. Maybe they do, but I sure do not. But it does look good for what it is. And it is cool to get a 2-pack, an Army Builder pack. You could easily buy 10 of these if you wanted to, 5 packs. Choose your own Sentinel adventure. I do got a Wolverine. I just reviewed this on the channel up on Patreon. I get so many videos. I put out so much content. You guys see it. There's way more content on Patreon. And a lot of people message me, Kyle, when are you going to get to this? When are you going to get to this? I don't know. It's all on Patreon. It'll eventually get to the traditional YouTube channels. That's just the way it goes. But there he is next to a standard Wolverine scale figure here. So you can definitely see the differences in height. He's going to tower over your standard Marvel Legends. There's no doubt about it. But he's definitely not going to be towering over Sentinels. And I guess I thought I'd grab a few. Got that kind of X-Men animated series one here that came out not too long ago. Very much worth the money. We unboxed this on the channel. A fun one, especially for the price point. Definitely love this Sentinel here. Going back to the OG Sentinels, this one I have. I never got the blue version one. I always just had this one. I got 2 of it. I was good with that. I never got the Toy Biz Build-A-Figure because you know me, I didn't like the Toy Biz figures. I just didn't like them for whatever reason. And then, of course, we got the big one. We got the big dog right here. Of course, the HasLab Sentinel, an all-timer, one of the coolest figures of all time, if you ask me. You know me, I loved this one when it came out. A lot of anxiety waiting for this one. I felt like I was the last person on the planet to finally get my Sentinels. A glorious day, if there ever was one. A lot of Sentinel distress, a lot of Sentinel anxiety waiting for this one back in the day. But it's been here for a couple of years now. Really enjoying this Sentinel. I got 3 of them on display in my toy room. So Sentinels, they keep multiplying in all different sizes, and I'm here for it. Can we get a mini Sentinel next? Let's get one of those. Maybe not, but we'll see what happens. But the Sentinel Hasbro Pulse exclusive is what it is, really, at the end of the day. It just depends how bad you want one of these Sentinels in your collection. If you pass, you're probably not missing a whole lot. But if you're here for it, hey, it's a good one. Just depends where you are in the Sentinel line of life, I guess is what we'll call it there. But Hasbro Pulse, if you want it right now, hopefully some more in stock soon. So there it is, you picking up this Sentinel, you passing, long gaming, no gaming, not so sure gaming. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. You made it this far, don't forget to like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. You guys know we got videos every single day, and then some. We got 2 YouTube channels, so make sure you subscribe to both of those. Check out the Patreon for early access to all the videos from both YouTube channels, glamour shots, you name it over there, monthly Q&A, monthly giveaways, tons and tons of content on the Patreon. Do appreciate the support over there. Appreciate the support at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X. The _Kyle_Peterson on Threads. And on Instagram. So for the Sentinels, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.